Hey everyone, it's me, Kellyanne. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're returning. I really appreciate that. So, new episode. Quicker than not even quicker than I anticipated, but anyways, we're back. I love not having a set schedule like I used to. It's really allowing me to share things as it fits into my schedule, and I really love that flexibility, and I appreciate that y'all are being so awesome about it. One thing that I will say is, don't write rude shit in my comments, okay? I don't know why, but the last video, and it was nothing but rude comments. Apparently I'm too emotional because I, care about the things that I make, and, which makes it not desirable to watch me. Then don't watch. I don't know what to tell you, but telling me that I'm too emotional and that I need to woman up, don't watch me if you feel that way. I get emotional about the things that I make for myself and other people, and, it happens. But it doesn't mean that I need to woman up. Anyways, also, thanks for telling me that you enjoy watching me and have missed me, but then asking why I'm fat again, rude. I don't understand. One, I addressed some of my weight stuff before I left, middle of last year. I was diagnosed with something, and my body actively works against me. And I think I also briefly talked about it in my first video of this year. So I don't know, maybe check those out, but why? Why be rude? So anyways, you don't need to leave rude comments. If you can't say anything nice, then you shouldn't say it. And I hope that everyone is having a blessed day. But what I'm going to show you today, we are continuing to move and finish up this bookshelf. I know last time I wanted to go through the top, and what all was sitting on top of it and what was in the bins, all the quilt tops, that I was emotional about. I find it so funny. Anyways, I have 2 more actual bins filled with cross stitch stuff, which I know a lot of you are here for the cross stitch stuff. So I have my Barbara Anna New World and how far I've gotten. I will say I haven't stitched in maybe 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks at this point. But I also haven't been sewing a whole lot either. So things have just been hectic, and I've done a little bit. And so anyways, but I have 2 more bins to go through of whips and kits that I haven't looked at in almost 2 years. So we're gonna go through them and see what's in there, and I'm gonna give you an update, and also just show you some of the smaller makes that I have going on, some of the artwork that I purchased from a really awesome designer to go in this room. And yeah, so that's just currently what we're doing is I'll show you things that I've recently made or finished, per usual. But also, we're doing a section at a time of my sewing room. And I also just kind of want to talk to you about what I want to do with my sewing room, because this used to also, and I've probably already said this, but I used to also share this space with my home office. I have moved that into one of the other guest rooms, and this is going to, it's also eventually going to be a guest room. We'll get to that. But this is my sewing room, period. And what's really cool is I took down some of the other things that were more work related and awards and things like that. And I'm filling up the blank space of my walls with mini quilts that I've made, mini quilts that have been sent to me in swaps from back in the day. Actually, a recent swap was a mug rug, and I just love it so much. I'm going to make it wall art. I'm going to put little circles on it to make it a hanger. I recently finished a mini quilt to hang up on the wall. And then I got artwork from a really awesome fabric designer to also incorporate. So I'm also just making this space more colorful and beautiful and cozy, but like all sewing themed, because why not? And also at some point, so why I said like it's also going to be a guest room at some point. When my dad starts moving some furniture, I'm going to obtain a Murphy bed, an antique Murphy bed that he's not going to have room for it at the new house that's here. Actually, he's moving to where I'm moving, or where I live. I'm not moving. And we don't want to get rid of it. We both absolutely love it. There was, like, it's more the engraved details have owls and stuff on it, and that's the reason. I don't know, whenever I was a kid, we were looking for a Murphy bed to put in our third bedroom as a spare room for guests, because we occasionally had guests and it was really hard to like find a place for them to stay in our house. And so whenever I was a kid, we got a Murphy bed, an antique one, and there was like 2 available, and we loved both of them. But the reason why we went with this one is because my dad loves owls, and there was owls engraved in it. And yeah, it's stunning, but it's gonna go in the corner and the TV is gonna go on top of it. So the furniture currently that like the TV is on and like my diffuser is on and all that, those pieces of furniture are gonna go away, and they're gonna be in the corner on the Murphy bed. So at some point, this room is going to get rearranged a little bit. And also, the table I'm currently sewing on is a 2 foot by 4 foot plastic like table. You see them all the time. It's the Lifetime table. I don't know, like you can pick them up at like Sam's or Costco, or I don't know, probably Walmart. I have no idea. And last fall, yes, we found 2 Singer bases, and this will be like the 5th and 6th Singer base that I have in my house. We tend to collect Singer bases, apparently. No, this will be number 4 and 5. Anyways, we're taking Singer bases. My dad is currently, he has other stuff going on right now because of all the rain and stuff. There was some minor damage at his property, so he's focusing on that. But my dad is also, he's going to clean them up for me. He's going to clean them up because one was definitely outside for a while and one was not. But they're both going to get kind of like stripped of their current paint and like situation, because also one is black and one is white, and I want them to both be black. And then I'm going to take gold leafing, and I'm going to gold leaf the Singer logo and the word Singer on the sides, and those are going to be the feet for my new table. And my new table is going to be 3 foot by 5.5 foot white marble, and I'm so excited. I already have a 4x6 rug. I've been getting accustomed to that for quite a while. The Murphy bed will still be able to pull out, barely, but it will be able to pull out with that size table. And yeah, so there's other things that are eventually going to change, but for right now I'm focused on decorating and organizing and just getting this to a place that's super functional, but like really fun and creative and exciting to be in. So yeah, that's what that is. And so that's kind of why I'm showing you a little bit of everything. Okay, now into the showing you of actual things. So at the end of last year, I think it released. It released at the end of November, I believe. Either the end of November or the first week of December, because I made this with Heather, and Heather came to visit the second week of December, and we made some. So, but anyways, this came out very like the end of last year, right before Christmas time. Let's just say that. And it's called the Hemingway pouch. It's by Center Street Quilts. or Center Court, no. Center Street Quilts. But anyways, you can find the pattern on Etsy. It's called the Hemingway pouch. It comes with 4 sizes: small, medium, large, and extra large. The small is perfect for your phone. It can fit your rotary cutter. It can fit a couple of like small like sewing things. You can use it for all kinds of stuff. So this is the small. Absolutely love it. This is made with like sugar charms. I had made this panel for like a pillow pattern, and I decided that I wasn't gonna make the pillows. I had a couple of these little panels that I had made, so I decided to make them into the pouch. The medium, I think I might actually have one of each size laying around. Coincidence. But this is the medium size. I added this little pouch on the outside. It's definitely not called to do that. But I did it because the medium is perfect for a Kindle, which I clearly need to charge. I've been listening to audiobooks on my phone and not using my Kindle. But I did this so that way I could hold my Kindle cord. And then I'm trying to think how many weeks later, a few weeks later, I saw somebody on Instagram who took the offcuts from the medium, large, and extra large and made them into mini pouches. So this actually, I never had to add this pouch. This actually is big enough. This is the offcut. This is big enough to hold the cord or ear pods or earbuds or whatever. The small's offcut is too small to make one of these, but the medium, large, and extra large, you get an offcut piece, and they're just so fun. So I'll show you some of the different ones. So then this is a large, and my iPad isn't in here, but the large holds an iPad. And this is the large's offcut. It's so freaking cute. And this is literally perfect for pens. Literally perfect. It's so cute. It's like an hour to an hour and a half long project. I actually taught this as a guild workshop in April for members of my guild. And I'm teaching it again in June at one of the local shops. Well, it is June. I'm teaching it in like 2 weeks, 2 weekends, 3 weekends. June 22nd. I don't know if that's in 3 weekends or what, but I'm teaching it then. And then this is the offcut of the extra large. It looks smaller though than what it could be. The more you use of the offcut, it gets slimmer and slimmer up at the top. So I cut this one a little bit short because I wanted it to have like some size to it up at the top and not be just like this tiny little sliver, because also it makes it really hard to add the zipper and the binding and things like that. But it's a reverse. But the extra large is big enough for a computer. Obviously of like certain sizes. The computer that goes in here is a 13-inch or a 14-inch. And then I made this one as well. I haven't made the offcut, but I made this one as well. And my newest laptop goes in this one. And this one I did different. I did binding around the outside and not the inside. This one, the binding is on the inside. And then this one is really fun. So there's this cool thing going around. It's been going around, but where you take the Ruby Star selvages. If you've ever seen a Ruby Star selvage, they're beautiful, they're gorgeous. Like this is one. And anyways, people are cutting them up and spelling their names. So I spelled out my name and personalized my laptop case. So, and I absolutely love this one. I need to make the offcut because it's just so sweet. This is a canvas from Japan that I got at the Dallas Quilt Show. Stunning. I love this. I have a little bit of it left. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Okay. I'm going to get to the cross stitch, guys, but I might as well show you all the quilt stuff first. So I was a part of a Galentine's mug rug swap, and Zofia Mulgard is who made this one for me, and it had to be like, it didn't have, well, I guess kind of, but a lot of it had to be modern fabrics. So like a lot of people did Allison Glass, Juicy Juice, Tula Pink, and Ruby Star. So the person that I made for, I used all Tula Pink because she loved super bright, crazy rainbows. And that's what Tula Pink is. Well, it's also what Allison Glass and Juicy Juice is, but anyway, so this is what the person who made for me, so it wasn't a partnership make, it was I made for someone and they made for someone else. But anyway, so this is what she made for me. And this is a mug rug, but I can't ever see putting a cup of tea and like some kind of snack on this. So I'm going to add 2 little hanging circles to this, and it's going to be on my wall. So that way I can look at it all the time, because how precious is this? Majority, I think okay, this is a Tula Pink fabric right here. But this is from the Rain line. This and all the binding is from the Rain line. That's Sugar. And then Rain, I don't know what fabric that is. And then this darker one is from Reading Nook. And then I think this is also from Rain. So a lot of this is from the Rain line from Ruby Star, but there is a couple other hidden gems in it. Anyways, I love this so much. So I have like 3 or 4 things that I need to put little hanging circles on so I can display them. But I have like a stack of things that I need to hang up, and these art pieces are one of those. But I finished this last weekend. So I tacked it down. I tacked down my hexies. Okay. So I also sometimes do EPP. I've talked about it before on the channel as well. But Heather convinced me to do a hexie EPP of this sewing machine. There's not a pattern for it. Like, there was just an image. And so we just counted how many we needed and we just made them. So what I decided to do is I wanted to make it all Ruby Star, which it is for one exception and the background. But I have so much blue. Blue is my favorite color, so I gravitate towards a lot of blue. And so I thought it would be really cool to make the machine a gradient of blue. So like black to navy to like lighter, and then the lighter of the teals. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but Stella and Adel are wrestling. To make the bobbin of thread stand out, I did lime green, and then the wheel I did like pinks to orange. Okay, I don't know if you could hear some of that, but I had to clip a moment out. The very center of the wheel, though, is a Moda fabric, but you're not going to be able to see it on camera, I don't think. But, oh, maybe. It is a white on white with a sewing machine on it. Heather had that. She had a couple of charms of it, and she sent me one, and the centers of both of ours have that print, and so I think that's super cool. The background is an AGF, but like it talks about being a maker, and it's just really like creating and sewing, and I just thought that was really cool. And the back is starry, and you can see more of the quilting. And then the binding is OG cotton and steel, so still the Ruby Star designers, but back whenever they were cotton and steel. Okay, speaking of Ruby Star designers, and then I will show where I'm at with my Barbara Anna. I'll show a couple of the finished quilts, and then we'll get to the boxes, okay? But I have 5 pieces of artwork. Sarah Watts is one of the Ruby Star designers. Also, she was one of the original cotton and steel designers before they separated from RJR and became Ruby Star with Moda. And she had been posting some art prints, and everybody fell in love with them and like wanted her to actually make them. And so she reopened her online shop called Crafted Moon. These are not still up and available, I don't believe. Crafted Moon is basically every collection is going to be like, you get, I don't know. Some of these might pop back up with the next collection, but everything is currently down until she posts her next collection, if that makes sense. But some might return. I just don't know if they're all going to return. But anyway, so she started posting these. They were available at QuiltCon at the very beginning of the year. So this one was super beautiful. I just absolutely loved her. And I was like, what more beautiful thing to put in my sewing room? And then this one is just so funny. It's a cute little cat, and it's called Seam Reaper. And it's a little Grim Reaper cat. And just the motifs are really beautiful with like the quilted, like the quilting stars in the corners. So I gotta hang these up. This one is super fun because Teddy and the Bears is getting released in the fall, but the teddy bear face fabric was a fabric that was released a long time ago and people really wanted it to come back. So I wasn't following Ruby Star then. About the time that they became Ruby Star, I had just discovered cotton and steel and had fallen in love with it. And then I couldn't find their stuff anymore for like a really long time. And I didn't know that they had become a new thing for a few years. So I missed out on the first release of the teddy bear faces. But the new line, they're like rockers. And I don't know if like rockers was a part of the original line or not. But they're like rockers. So this one says Sewing Rocks. And like the guitar is a pair of scissors. The drum is like needles, a thimble, and a tomato. The bass is a sewing machine. One is holding like a spool of thread. It's just so stinking cute. But these are little bears. That's on one of the prints. That's coming out later this year from Teddy and the Bears. And it's so stinking cute. I just thought this is so colorful and so much fun. It just has to be in here. Okay. The octopus fabric is something that came out in OG Cotton and Steel. It has come out, again in Tiny Darlings 2, as Ruby Star. And also I think in Tiny Darlings, the first one from Ruby Star, but also in one of the Christmas lines, they were a different color and had like Christmas lights around them. So this one is just really fun. Everybody loves the octopuses that Sarah Watts draws, and this one just says "Off to my happy place," and it's just an octopus like playing with quilted stars. So loved this, loved the colors. And then this one I wanted for multiple reasons. I just thought it was funny. It says Quietly Unraveling, but it has a cat that looks like Potter. So kind of obvious I had to have that, but also it's really funny, like a pun about unraveling. So anyways, those are also going to get hung up with mini quilts scattered about. So I'm really, really excited about that. Okay, let's talk about the Barber Anna. So whenever I got this back out, I had half of band 3 finished, and I still only have half of band 3 finished, but I had started band 4, which is the little village, and so I've finished band 4. I had these 2 houses done and part of the butterfly. So everything from here over and up here I finished, and then I've started World 5 down at the bottom. So that is how far I've gotten on my Barbara Anna New Worlds Part 1 through 5. There's still a second half over here, but I'm basically what I'm doing is I'm going down these 3, right? So I just have Part 5 left, this half. And then I'll move the hoop over. I'll do the second half of Part 5. I'll do the second half of Part 4, which will be nice because these houses take forever. You can stitch and stitch and stitch, and there's just so much stitching. You feel like you're not ever gonna finish. And then you get back all of the other worlds, you get back to like smaller motifs where you actually feel like you're making progress. So band 2 is the farm, basically. It's like I forget exactly what the world is called. It might be called Farm Life. I don't remember. And then Part 1 is a Halloween themed one, which I don't really want to do. So I'm thinking about ways that I can kind of change that one a little bit to make it not witch and Halloween themed. So anyways, there's that. And I think I've made that comment before. Like, I'm indifferent about Halloween nowadays, and I just don't really know how I feel about it. I do still like Halloween. My birthday is 2 days before Halloween, so I do still like it. But, you know, I'm really hesitant to decorate with things that are like spooky or could be, I don't know. I don't know how to phrase what I have in my head. I just don't know if I want like witchcraft and stuff in my house still. That's probably a sane way of saying that. Or not sane. That's probably the best way of saying it. I don't know. Anyways. So, one of the things that I am doing this weekend, I really want to kind of arrange some stuff. And I had, this is like skipping around, I know. So this weekend, I'm going to put the binding on this quilt. I quilted it last weekend, but I woke up on Sunday with a migraine the day I finished it at nighttime. And then the next day I was going to put the binding on, and I woke up with a migraine, and this binding is not something that you can do on a day that you wake up with a migraine. It's hard to do for me even on a day that I don't have a migraine. The smaller though that the binding gets like folded, it doesn't hurt like my vision and my brain to like look at it. One of the other things that I want to do this weekend is I want to get like these prints hung up. I want to get the minis hung up. And I had some of them, I kind of like picked where I wanted them right here, like as like right to the side of the door with like where the light switch is and everything. But I want to invest when I get, it's going to be a little bit down the ways, but I want to invest at some point in the near future. It might be after the Murphy bed is here, maybe, but in felt right tiles. There's like a particular size and design that I want. It's very reasonably priced, but I'm gonna have to take down my current design wall, and it's not that great of a design wall anyways. And so I want to get felt right tiles, and they're going to take up a significant part of that. I can still have stuff hanging up over there, but it's going to have to go up at the very top. And so those items might have to get moved, or not might have to get moved. They're going to have to get moved. So I've got to kind of figure out where I want them to go, and either move them or take them down until I figure that out. But that's one of the things that I do kind of want to work on this weekend, is kind of getting the spaces that I know aren't gonna aren't going to be massively changed. So basically it's this wall that I kind of can't really hang anything on at the moment, but all of this wall, above the doors, and this corner, I can start hanging some stuff up. So that is one thing that I want to do this weekend, get some of these things hung up, and finish putting the binding on this quilt. And then I have a couple other small projects that I need to work on as well. But this is the economy blocks from 2023. So I have my whole stack of my new economy blocks from the swap that just got finished, and I just got my blocks back like 3 weeks ago. But this is the one from 2023, and I did very simple quilting, just 1/4 inch on each side of the seams going both directions. So it just really frames it in. It's super simple, but it's enough to hold it together. But yeah, I don't want to fully unfold it right now, but they are the economy blocks, which is a square and a square, and they're from all over the world. They're from all over the world, which is super great. And some of them, I made this one, but he's so cute. Love it. And oh, look, I made this one. So yeah, the little sodas. I've never had that print. But yeah, so much fun stuff going on. It's basically like an I Spy, but from people all over. And so, yeah, so this is going to be the binding. I might show it again once it's like done, but there's that one. And then I have 3 others that I made. I think I made you might have seen the book one before I went MIA. Might have, maybe. But the other 2 you definitely have not seen. And so I have 3 quilted, completely finished ones that you haven't seen finished. And so I also want to show those. But let's get to these bins with cross stitch stuff in them, because I don't remember everything that's in here. Some interesting stuff right on the top. We'll go through those last. Let's work our way through this. Let me semi-organize so that way we can put things back, right? So, oh Lord. I recognize some of these things. I know what they are. Okay, oh my gosh. So much fits in these bins, it's insane. But whenever you have like 54 whips, no, you don't need inside. You don't need inside. What are you doing? You don't need inside. I have to put things back in there. I don't know if you can see him. Good Lord. Okay. So this one says, oh, pasta time. I do want to finish this one. So this is the pattern's in there, but I'm not taking it out. So this is it's called Pasta Time. It is by Soda Stitch. Bud. What are you doing? Okay. It's by Soda Stitch. I dyed the fabric myself. I'm taking off like some of the border and stuff and shrinking the pattern a little bit, but I dyed this myself, and I took like wine colored dye and took a wine glass and made those like rings to kind of give it a really fun, funky, like Italian pasta vibe. I had to stop working on this for the longest time because I didn't have all the threads and I didn't want to buy them all. So I got to a point where I needed more colors, and that's kind of why that one got put away, but I really do love that one. And this one says The Stitching Life. Oh, this one is so sweet. This is Heartstring Samplery. Yeah, what a beautiful sampler. I'm doing the sentence, I'm not doing the alphabet. This is why I don't typically keep the real patterns in the thing anymore, because of these guys. So anyways, this is a stitching life. Stop it. No, sir. Goodness. Okay. And I'm stitching this on Pictures Plus doubloon 32 count Lugana. I don't have very much of this. I like started it. I didn't get very far, but I do love this piece. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. Oh, my Britter cup. Okay, I've finished quite a few of these. Oh my gosh, I still have the hoop in here. I don't know what month I'm working on. What month am I working on? June. I should get this back out. Actually, I will keep this one out of the bin. These are the Britter kitties, and it's the it's like the monthly calendar. I think I have the first half of the year done. I think. Excuse you, stop. I think I have the first half of the year done. So I'm going to put this off to the side. I'm going to keep this one out because I actually do really miss working on those. Oh God. Spider. Good times. Okay, I don't know what is in this. Oh, let me see. Also, my bags. This bag, okay. Both of these bags are made by Cassie, the Pineapple House. And so was this one. It's a really cute, smaller vinyl bag. What is this one? Oh, okay. Okay, I don't have the real pattern in here, but it's Not Forgotten Farm, I think, and it's Melancholy. It's the scissors. What are you? The cats. The cats. What are they doing? I mean, I got a decent ways. I don't have what this fabric is or anything in here because it was either sent to me or it was like a leftover piece, so I just don't have it. Okay. God, everything, it's just all collapsing. Okay, so this is, okay. I do have them printed out. These are PDFs, but this is not all of the seasons. I finished summer. So this is the other 3 seasons by the Frosted Pumpkin. So it's winter, spring, and fall. I think I pulled that one from there. Anyways, I had started the apple picking autumn one a long time ago, but then I did the summer one. So they came out with the autumn apple picking one. And then like a year later, they released the summer one. And then after summer was released, they said they were going to do winter and spring. Well, I had finished summer and I think I did on 18 count. Is this 18 count? Yeah. 18 count Ada from Pictures Plus in the called color. I think it was called Coastal, I think. And I had started the autumn apple picking on a 14 count that I had dyed. So I wanted them to all be the same size because if I finish them a certain way, because I have an idea of how I would finish them, I needed them to all be the same size. So I got the called for, or I don't know if I got necessarily the called for, but for, was this for spring or winter? Ooh, this might have been for, ooh. Okay, this one was for autumn, and this is Ale, Pictures Plus Ale. And then I had Pictures Plus Sprite for possibly winter. I don't remember. And then this might have been for spring. It's Vesper. I don't remember. I don't think I wrote it down on any of these either. Which one was for which? That's not good. Anyways, so these are kitted for all 3 of the other seasons. So it's just a kit. Okay, and then this is, so this is the other half of Sewn in Friendship. This is the Plum Street sampler half. I've finished the first half from Heartstring Samplery, and it's in the closet in a different room with like a stack of finishes. McKenna, don't kill me. Anyways, I finished the other one, and I'm gonna sew them together like you're supposed to because they're on different fabrics, and I got it started. I've started it. And half of it's done, I guess, if you want to think about it that way. Okay, I forgot about this one. Oh, I forgot about that one. Okay, this one I also have on PDF, but it was originally out in a magazine, The Cross Stitcher, but it's now available on Emma Congdon's or Stitcherovia on Etsy, so you can get it. But it was originally called A Stitch in Time, and I don't know what it's called now on her Etsy. She had to change the name. But this is on Picture This Plus. I want to say 14 count. It could be 16, but I want to say it's 14. But it's called Baroque. Brouquue, I think. I could be saying it wrong. But it's a sewing machine. And like I said, it's a PDF, so I can't show you the pattern. But it's a sewing machine with like different words related to sewing and cross stitch within the machine. It's really cool. So this would actually be, I might get this one out too, because this would be really fun to finish and then have in here. So I'm going to take that one out too, because I also started that literally eons ago. Okay, this is a frosted pumpkin. The fabric is Fabrics by LJ in Starburst, and it's a 16 count Aida. And I might as well finish this one because I even have the little hanger from A Needle Runs Through It. But this was, yeah, I have so much of this done. But it's a Halloween piece, and I forget what it's called. Jack's Halloween Dream, but it's like, it's covered in candy. It's so cute. But it's like you make it into a little door hanger is what you make it into. Oh my gosh, I forgot about these. I love this one. Man. So this is the Cat Rules. This is Cat Rules, and it's on special. This is 32 count Lugana, but it's on fabric. It's on the paw prints fabric from Fabric Flare, which is printed on fabric. And it's so cute. But this is Lizzie Kate's Cat Rolls. And I don't have the original in here, and I'm not going to hold up my working copy, but so cute. I forgot about that one. Okay, and then I have Heaven Gave Rain. Oh. I mean, like, whenever I say I forgot, like, I didn't forget about them, but, like, I also kind of, like, I did and I didn't, you know? I didn't get very far on her, but so beautiful. She's a little Victorian lady walking through the rain, and I'm doing a lot of color changes, which is a big reason why I have the pattern in here, because I'm using a lot of, or I'm not using a lot, but I'm using some of my own hand dyed threads that I've made. But This is in Heaven Gave Rain from Plum Street Samplers. It's an older pattern, but you can still find it. And it's just so sweet. And it says, the heaven gave rain and the earth brought forth her fruit. It's so cute. Do I have the fabric tag in here? No, because it's a partial. And I can't remember what this color is called off the top of my head. Whoops. Ooh, that one I'll show last. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this one I need to finish as well. Yes. Okay. So I finished Let's Talk Cross Stitch. And then Kathy came out with Let's Talk Quilting. And again, I have it in here because I try not to, but if I'm changing a lot of the colors, I keep them in here so that way I could see what the original color was. This was one of the last ones that I was working on whenever I kind of stopped cross stitching, because I still have like a needle minder in here. It's still in the hoop. I didn't get super far. But this is a Fabrics by LJ. Oh, this is the one that I started the skeleton mermaids on, I think. Or that I was going to start it on? I don't remember. What is this fabric? There it is. It is a Fabrics by LJ. It's a 32 count Joblin called Sandstorm. And just as a reminder, Fabrics by LJ does not make fabrics anymore. LJ stopped doing it years ago. So if you have any of his fabrics, or if you see any of them in a D-stash, grab them. They're amazing. But yeah, this would also be great to get finished. I'm going to take this one out too. I do have some cross stitches, and we'll get to those also. Probably soon, like we'll probably, oh my gosh, I'll probably show you those that are in the living room before we even finish going through this room, because some of them I'm going to want to put in the bins and bring some out that I want to focus on more, just for like whatever reason. Like for two of these, they would be great to get done sooner than later to make them a part of the decorations. So, okay, now this is the one that I'm absolutely insane for. And this one, the pattern is over there because it's printed on legal paper. American legal paper. I know legal paper is something different in other countries, like the size wise. But this is my And They Sinned, and I'm stitching it on 1/1. But she's so beautiful. It's so tiny. It's so tiny. But like that's how wide it's gonna be because I'm doing it over 1. Or that's half. That's half the width because she's in the middle. It's half the width of And They Sinned. I am going to shorten it a little bit though. I'm not doing the alphabets. I'm doing like the phrases and stuff, but I'm not doing the big chunk of the alphabet. I don't want that. Okay. I do want to get that back out though. Okay, and then this is some stuff that I just threw in here that was given to me, that I like eventually like needed to go through. So this is like some wool stuff, and I don't remember why I was keeping this other than there's some really nice tension hoops in here. What is this? Oh, and then this is really nice, a pocket embroidery guide. One of my Quilt Guild friends gave this to me. What is this? Is it anything? No, it's just wool. But it has a really nice spring tension hoop in here. So definitely gonna keep that. So some of this might get to be thrown away. So we are going to keep the tension hoop, and we are going to keep the pocket embroidery guide. Yeah, I don't want this embroidery pattern. And I don't need some of that. And then, what is this? Some of this, like I said, some of this was just given to me. Plastic canvas needles. I mean, you can keep those. And then I have these frames. They're Christmas frames. Like Christmas ornament frames. Counted cross stitch needles. 11 count fabric, 14 count fabric. Never opened. Okay. This is kind of cute. You can make a tiny cross stitch and make it into a magnet. Okay, here's the pattern for these. So there's a Santa that goes in one of them. And then this is just a small wood frame for a smaller cross stitch. This I will keep. And then this, yeah, the pattern is in here. This I thought would be fun just to finish. I just need the colors because it's not in here, but this is, I mean, it's already outlined. It's literally filling it in. Like, it's literally filling it in. But it's sand dollars, and I thought that was really fun. So yeah, these were just given to me. Some of this stuff I'll keep. I don't know about keeping this. They had started it. He's kind of creepy though. I don't know. I probably won't throw it away. I'll probably put it, our Quilt Guild is having a D-stash in August. So I might, some of this might go in a D-stash. So I'm going to put this, I need to stop putting just things off to the side. I'm just going to set it on top of this, and then I'll better go through it because I need to start making a pile of things that I want to D-stash to sell at the D-stash night. So, all right. So, let's see. These bags are both made by Emily C. Eclectic Possessions. This bag was made by Emily C. of Eclectic Possessions. This was sent to me, but I forget the name of the lady who made these. She's on Etsy. She still makes bags. I don't remember. It's Owl something. I can't remember, but this was sent to me as a gift from Emily C. And then this was made by Cassie. Pineapple House. So, all right, let's look at this one. One Nation. Oh, I love this one. I love this one. I'm using over dyes. I forget the name of the fabric. It's a Picture This Plus Murky, and it's 18 count Aida. But this is One Nation by Bygone Stitches, and I mean, I've done a fair amount, kind of, but it's the US flag, but the stripes are made up the different, all the state names in the order that they were brought into the Union. So really cool, and it has like little tiny motifs like this little bird, and then the stars are like this, but I'm using a red, white, and blue thread for those, and oh, I love this one. I'm not going to hold this one out, but I do love this one, and I do still want this one to get done one day. Okay, let's see. This one says, oh, Lady of the Flag. Ooh. I'm not stitching the whole thing. And the copy that I have is, did I get an original or do I have a reprint? I don't remember. Hello? Rude. Hi. Stop. No. This does have a fair amount on it. And another Picture This Plus. Where is this? Heroic 32 count Lugana. but I'm not doing the bottom part of her. And so I've gotten a big chunk of the flag done. I was trying to get all the flag finished. And then also like kind of starting on her dress. There's the flagpole. Do I have the pattern in here? Or I think it's safe over there, like safer. This is a printout of the cover. So I'm rounding it around there. I'm not doing any of the bottom. So I'm just doing this part. And I'm changing, something else. I'm changing the flowers to be yellow for the Yellow Rose of Texas. I'm changing her hair color to be brown. I love that so many people have like customized her. And I'm changing the dress color to the Statue of Liberty's dress color. If you couldn't tell by the green on there, but if you aren't familiar with the pattern, you might not have been. Okay, this one is All Creatures Big and Small from Barbara Anna. And I'm not very far on this, but I dyed this fabric myself. Ooh, I think it's 16 count. I mean, I have more than like what I think, but it's also not a whole lot of it. I have the center medallion. Oh, excuse me, bless me. But I've made some progress. I got the center medallion. I got the start of Adam and Eve and the tree and some bumblebees. I dyed this myself though with food coloring. And I washed it and everything and it's held up, so I'm not mad about it. Food coloring and tea. I think I did a tea dye, a pre-tea dye, and then I did food coloring to get the blue. All right, so this is Design a Sampler. Oh, I'm not very far on this one at all. Partially because I don't know what to put in the center. So this is a heartstring samplery. This is Choose Your Own Motto sampler, and this one comes with, I forget how many mottos it comes with. I think this one comes with like 3 or 4 mottos, and then you can buy on her Etsy, you can buy an expansion pack basically of mottos. And then you can also on her Etsy, it might not be on her Etsy anymore. It might be on like just her website, but regardless, you can, if you have a motto or like if you want like your family's last name or something like that and like established or whatever you want, she will design the motto for you because the different mottos she does in different fonts as well. So you can basically pick your font and pick your motto and she'll fit it to in the frame. I'm assuming she still offers that. I did not get very far in this at all. I barely started a corner. I think this is Fog. Wow. 32 count Lugana. It's a theme. But yeah, I barely got a corner started. Like, I got the start of the corner and that's it. I don't know. I started so many things and barely got anything done during like March Madness or Stitch Mania, or whatever we used to call it. Stitch Mania. And this is the results. I have 54 whips. Oh, this is Secret Project. I've never shown this. I will not show it. So that is what is in those 2 bins. So I have 3 that I pulled out. So I have the Let's Talk Quilting pulled out. I have the I Know It by a Stitch in Time. It does have a different name now on Etsy. And my Britter Kitty monthlies. These are the 3, along with my Barbara Anna, that is going to be priority. Okay. Okay, so this is one that I finished in the fall. I won this quilt pattern, and then I don't know, I had to do this. Like, I just loved it so much. But this is with Ruby Star. It's with 2 different Halloween lines, but nothing like too crazy or spooky, like candy and stuff. It's so cute. Little gum slices. It's adorable. But this is the Mama Bird pattern from Mommy and Me Quilt Co. I have tested for her. I love chatting with Fiona. She's super awesome. And yeah, it's just so much fun. It's just so different. And I quilted this myself. This is my first quilt to quilt myself. Very simple design, but it was a little bit special because I got to quilt it on my friend's long arm, but it was her mom's long arm, and her mom quilted my first quilt in like 2009. So I don't know, it's just something very special about that. I really love her mom. I haven't seen her in a really long time. She's in a home like 2 hours away, but every time my friend goes down, I tell her to tell her mom hi for me. And we have plans that one weekend I'll get to go with her, but it just hasn't been able to work out yet. But anyways, the back, I did the lightning bolt print. But this print glows in the dark. But I put some bleach to it because I thought that would be kind of fun and make it a little bit more Halloweenish. It's possible I've shown this quilt top in a video before, but the quilt is now quilted. But this is my Book Nook quilt. The pattern is by Pen and Paper Designs. All the fabrics are AGF. Most of them are from Willow, the Willow line. You can still find some of it, but it is an older line. And I hand embroidered some of my favorite books' names on the singular books. Or not on some of them, on all of them. So like this one is for The Secret Garden. So I try to kind of like make them make sense. This reminded me of like the flower fields in Heidi, On Top of the Mountain, Anne of Green Gables. Let's see. I also have Pollyanna on here. I have the Chronicles of Narnia. So I did the owls for the Chronicle of Narnia because of one of the characters. And then Harry Potter 1-7 also did the owls for it because obvious. To Kill a Mockingbird, Pollyanna, the pink. It just made sense in my brain. Let's see what else is there. Oh, The Importance of Being Earnest. It's a fun one. A Little Princess. So anyways, there's others. But really beautiful. The prints, the book prints are from Willow, and the back is also from Willow, and it's a flannel. So it's super cozy and it's super soft. And the pattern also comes with a freebie block that looks like an open book for your label. So your label can look like an open book and like with, you write on it. And then Kimberly Down and Montgomery Quilt Company made this quilt. It's by Fickle Nickel. It's number 5. It's right there. I can stare at it. And I did mine a little bit different. She did hers with all different teal colors, but I wanted to throw the white in there and get these little paw prints, this little white on white paw print. It is from, she released like a cats and a dog line at the same time, like last year. What was it called? I don't remember what it was called, but it's from Moda, and it's by Stacy Tao Issue. So if you look up, like Stacy Issue cats, you might find it. I just can't remember the name of the line. And then all the rest is Ruby Star. So that's the only print on this that is not Ruby Star. But we have a Ruby Star Pixel. We have Reading Nook with the cats playing in the books. There's also little mice in there, but we have also from Reading Nook the tea labels, and then we also have the cat heads in the teal. The Pixel the teal pixel has this berry kind of like plum color in it. So I did the berry plum starry, and I put some of the starry binding that says gaze at the stars on the binding as well. And then did the ruby star section as well. And then the back, the fun thing about this one is, so Fickle Nickel is are 5-yard quilts, and this is number 15. So you can make the entire top with 5 yards. So there's 5 different prints in the top. But this one, with an extra yard, okay, the binding is half a yard, but with an extra yard, there was enough of the 5 prints with 1 extra yard to have a backing. And so it's kind of like a crazy, it's a crazy back, but I absolutely love it. It uses all the scraps plus this 1 extra yard, which is also a Sarah Watts print from Backyard, and it's these cats playing in flowers. So super awesome. An almost entirely Sarah Watts quilt, although Starry is by Alexia Begg Marbella. But anyways, I absolutely love this. So yeah, these 2 I got back from the quilter. I want to say sometime in April, I think. Could have been end of March. And then I binded them, so we've been using them. This one was last September, October that it got made, quilted, and finished. And like I said, these blocks, I guess I can unfold it now that I'm standing. I'll show you the whole thing. These blocks are from the 2023 swap. So I got the blocks back end of October, early November, and laid it out, put the top together. I had to make a couple extra to like, whoa, I'm trying to like, hello. I had to make a couple extra to like balance out some of the colors that I received. And so the back has the leftover blocks that I didn't put on the front. So that way they were all together. And, but yeah, I put the top together and the back together, like the same week that I got it back. So just got it quilted this last weekend, and I'm going to put the binding on this weekend. And then I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with these ones. So I have, how many do I have in here? I think I made 6 sets. Did I make 6? Yeah. So I have 66 blocks, and I've sorted them by like outer color order. Very heavy on the pinks and purples this year. Last year I had a lot of like yellows. So I had to like balance it out some. So yeah, I haven't decided what I'm gonna make with this. I'm tempted to make maybe like a duffel bag or something, but I'm just holding on to them for right now. I just don't know yet. And I don't know necessarily if I want another quilt. So I don't know. But there's also another swap coming up this year. Like she's literally gonna do it like twice a year. So I could always just hold off and wait until I get more blocks. And then I could make a really big quilt. So I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But if you are a sewer and you want to get involved in that, follow She Monk Swaps. And yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Next time we will start tackling the bookcase. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.